Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we've got this full width sort of hero image for you that's got a kind of a Ken Burns effect. It's not a real Ken Burns effect, but what it does, it kind of zooms in and then zooms back out over a long period of time. I've got mine running for 60 seconds. It sort of takes 30 seconds to zoom out and then 30 seconds to zoom back in again. Nice little feature to have on your website, really easy to do. We do have to do a bit of coding for this today, but don't let that put you off. Any code that I write, I'll put down below the video, and you're welcome to copy and paste it, use it how you wish. And it's really easy to do. So let's get started. I'm going to start a new page here. I'm going to go up to new, I'm going to hit page. And I'm going to call it an image. And I'm going to build from scratch. I'm simply going to insert a single column, single row. Inside there, I'm going to put the image that we want to work with. And I'm just going to use a regular image module for that today. Divi comes as standard with all these light grey modules, plenty enough to build just about any site. If you have WooCommerce installed, it'll give you an extra dozen for displaying your products also. So let's grab this image. And it's going to prompt us to actually put in an image there. I'm going to go ahead and use exactly the same image again, this one that I've got here. And there it is. Okay, what I want to do is I want to make this full width. And we'll actually do that in the row in a moment. But while I'm here, I'm going to give it a CSS class so we can target it with some CSS code. To do that, I'm going to go up to Advanced. There's CSS IDs and classes. I'm going to call this KB Image for Ken Burns image. I know it's not quite a Ken Burns effect, but I'm going to use that for my handle today. You can call yours what you want. It wants to be unique and it wants to really mean something to you. That way, if you see it in the code, you'll know what it means. Great. So we'll go back to our content now. If you want to link the image to somewhere, you can add your link right there. Always best practice, if you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's site, open it in a new tab so that your site stays open. So put your link in there if you want it to link to somewhere. I'm going to leave mine blank because I'm going to put a call to action button over the top of this in a future video, and I'll show you that at the end. If you want to open it in Lightbox, you can do, but I wouldn't recommend that for this because we've got a little effect going on anyway. Don't need a background because we've got our image. So we're pretty happy with the way that is right now. Great. Well, I want it to be a sort of hero image, so I want it to stretch full width and I want it to be buffered up against our menu at the top there. So let's go into the row. If I click on the image, it's the green tab for a row, blue for a section, dark for a module. I'm going to go into the row itself. I'm going to go over to design. I'm going to go over to sizing right here. I'm going to pull the width slider all the way up to 100%, and I'm going to copy the 100%, Control C to copy. I'm going to paste it in the max width below, Control V to paste, or you can just type it in if you prefer. As you can see, we've actually got a full width picture there. Now I've got a bit of a gap at the top. That's because I've got padding on the row and also in the section. So while we're in the row, I'll take the padding away. And we can close up sizing just below spacing. This is where the padding is. As you can see, padding right there. Simply put a 0 in there. It'll take it away from the top. Hit the chain, it'll take it away from the bottom. Now that little bit we've got left there is actually in the section, and I'll do that in a moment. Okay, well that's looking great, but that picture's way too deep for me. I really don't want it as deep as that. I kind of want to show about this much of it. So what I'm going to do is restrict the height of this actual row while we're still in it. So I'm going to close up spacing. I'm actually going to go back into our sizing just above here. I'm going to roll down to height. I'm going to make this say 700 pixels, 700, and it'll put in the pixels for you. Now you can't see any difference here because although the row is only about this tall, the image is falling out of the bottom of it. So to stop it falling out of the bottom, to hide anything that's come out of that 700 pixels or that's below that, we can go over to Advanced, down to Visibility, and we've got Horizontal and Vertical Overflow. If we change these to Hidden, that'll hide anything that falls out of the row there. Now occasionally on the back end here you won't see that happen, but it will happen on the front end, which is great. So I'm going to change both these to Hidden. And as you see, there's no real change there, but it has actually done it. If I click on it now, you can see it's only actually 700 tall. But because we're on the back end, occasionally that's going to spill out over. Okay, well, we've got it the size that we want it. Now I need to take that little bit of padding away, top and bottom. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to click up here and go into the section, the blue tab, and do the same as we did for the row. Just take away the padding. So Design, Spacing. Simply going to put a 0 in top. It'll put the picks in, hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. There, we've now got this buffered up against the top and the bottom of the page there, which is great. Or the bottom of whatever the next one is that you're going to build there. Okay, well, let's create our little animation. So let's save this. I'm going to go back into the actual image module itself, the dark module. Remember we gave it that CSS class. I'm just going to copy this. And we're going to go to our theme customizer to write the code. So Control C, I've copied that. It's in my clipboard now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit the little purple button. I'm actually going to publish this page so we can go to our customizer and add the CSS. That's great. I want to go to my customizer. To get to your customizer, for anybody that doesn't know, go to your dashboard. Go down to Appearance and then Customize. That'll bring us to this page here. What I'm going to do, this is the old image we were looking at, the first one. I'm going to set our new page as our home page settings, just so we can see what's going on here. So in the home page settings, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to select the page that we just created, which was anim image right there. Now you won't see a whole lot of difference, but it just won't animate because it's the same thing basically. So there's the one we've been working on. There's our little image right there. So now we want to just go back and we can add our CSS in the additional CSS. Always a good idea to give code a title, that way it can be easily found if anybody else edits your site, or if you write a lot it'll help you find it too. So a title / anything that we write in between the two stars will not be read as code, so it's a great place for titles and things like that. I'm just going to call this KB effect. And I'm sure I'll have a lot of comments, people saying it's not Ken Burns, but it's close enough for me. Okay, well, I copied that class name that we gave our image there. All class names have to have a dot or a period in front, so it's period or dot. I'm going to paste it in there, Control V, there it is. Now we can open and close some curly brackets and decide what we want to do with this. Well, I need to create an animation that's going to sort of zoom it in and zoom it out. So I'm going to say animation. And then I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to say colon. And let's give this a name of perhaps kbzoom. Just keep things in line. And like I said, I'm going to create some keyframes to do a cycle of zooming in and out. I want it to happen over a long period of time. So I'm going to say 60 seconds for the actual cycle to complete. Obviously you change your timing however you want. That way I can have 30 seconds zooming out, 30 seconds zooming in. I want it to keep happening and happening, so I'm going to use infinite to keep it zooming in and zooming out for as long as anybody stays on the page. Great. So we've told it we want an animation called kbzoom to run for 60 seconds infinitely. Now we need to actually create that animation called kbzoom. So I'm going to drop down a couple more. Say at keyframes. So that's what we're using to animate this today, keyframes. And let's give it the name, the kbzoom. Okay, now we can actually open some more curly brackets, and inside we can start building our keyframes. So at 0%, or basically when the page loads and it starts the cycle, I'm going to say 0%. I'm going to open some curly brackets. And inside, I'm going to say transform, because I'm going to get it to transform in scale, basically scale up and down when it's doing this. So I'm going to say transform, colon, scale, then open some round brackets, no gap at the end of scale there, brackets straight after the E. And inside, I want it to start off exactly the same size as it is now, so it'll be a scale of 1. Great. Going to put a semicolon after there. I'm now going to copy that line twice. Control C to copy, go down 1, Control V to paste, go down 1 again, Control V to paste again. And I'm going to say at, say, 50%, I want it to be 1.2 times the size, so it's going to scale up by 0.2 or a fifth. So at 50%, I'm going to say 1.2. As you can see, it's actually scaled up there and it's starting to move already. Okay. If you wanted to, you can do different widths and heights if you want to skew your image and stuff like that. As you can see, it's moving right now. If you want to do a different width and height, just simply comma separate. Put a comma after the 1.2 and then put in your next value there for the height if you've got width and height. But as I want my aspect to stay the same, I'm just using one value there. Okay, well, it's slowly zooming out. Then at 50%, it's getting to 1.2. Then at 100%, I want it to go back down to 1 again. So it's going to zoom back out to 1. So I'm going to put 100% there. And there we have it. We've got our effect. It's taking 60 seconds. So it's going to take 30 seconds to scale to 1.2 times the size. And another 30 seconds to scale back down to the regular size again. And you can put in as many as you want. You can do all kind of things with keyframes. It's a wonderful animation. But I'm going to just leave that just as it is. So I'm happy with that. Let's publish our image now. And we'll go back to the page. There it is right there. Now I need to refresh this page to actually make the animation happen because it hasn't read that CSS that we've written yet. So what I'm going to do is make sure our changes are all saved. I'm actually going to exit the Visual Builder this time. And I'll exit the Visual Builder and that should actually refresh the page for us. And there we go, there it is, and it's started to animate as you can see. And that's a nice little effect to have on your site. Like I say, you can speed it up or slow it down, whatever works for you. In our next video, I'm going to show you how to add some text and a button over the top of this. So it turns from something like we've got here, the little sort of slow Ken Burns effect. So we'll have something like this, which is the same thing with that growing and shrinking image in the background. But we've got a text overlay, we've got a call to action button and a little icon. Pretty easy to do, but it will add something to this if you want to use it for a hero section. So like I say, I'll do this in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.